ability to combine the goofy and ridiculous with some serious pathos and some highly emotional moments. I love that. This is one of the greatest strengths in my mind of this series. You have, for example, the silliness of Sanji's note. What a goofy note. It's like, Nami, read this, and a giant arrow and everything else. That was fun. You also have Luffy and Zoro being stuck, literally stuck. Okay, maybe it's a good metaphor as well for where the Straw Hats are. And previous to this, not knowing that Robin was actually not betraying them, they feel stuck as a family. But learning that Robin was in fact true to them, that she was sacrificing for them, lends them strength. I just love that. And also in the face of overwhelming force, not just CP9, but you see it embodied in nature, in the Aqua Laguna, this vast threat is coming. Okay? This is overwhelming force here. The Straw Hats find strength in this moment, in unity, and in shared love, and also with help from their new friends, such as Polly's ropes, which come in really handy to help Luffy and Zoro and the others in that moment of crisis. I just love it when the lovable dorks of the Straw Hat crew come together to defy the odds, and I feel like that is what's being set up here in this arc. But importantly, with help from their friends, including Kokoro, giving them access to the Rocket Man, which is tuned up by Iceberg as well, and you bring together all these former foes. Really great moment where the Straw Hats, the Gallilaw crew, and the Frankie family all join hands here. And Luffy recognizes and he respects their loyalty. And we get some really cool moments near the end of this arc as well. Some real heroism, some stealth from Sanji, for example, aboard the Puffing Tom where he's been a stowaway. And of course, it's on its way to Eni's lobby to deliver prisoners, including Robin. He does free Usopp and Frankie for a moment at least, working together to get to Robin. Really good stuff. And the rest of the Straw Hats, of course, are also in pursuit, and they're new allies as well. And they take on the impossible. They defy the odds. It's a really nice moment, I felt, when Zoro, over the transponder, warned Sanji, hey, you're up against some really big odds. And you can see all of that odds. But there's some love here. I love it. And Sanji kind of teases Zoro before he also, I love that Sanji learns about the sacrifice. He solves everything to save him. And we find also a great moment. I love this Usopp moment. The return of Usopp. Initially, we see him kind of turning away. I'm not part of you guys anymore. But he comes back as Sniper King. The return of Sniper King. I love it. This allows him, in his own storytelling way, yes, it's Usopp telling a story, bring forward a narrative, good ending, which is the Usopp thing to do. It allows him to set aside his pain. It allows him to set aside the moral he sees in that moment is way more important than to save his friend. So his loyalty eats out his brain. His courage wins over his instinct to run away. All of the Straw Hats step up. Some really good stuff. Usopp, he tells Robin that Straw Hats would follow her to hell. Great moment. He shows her his loyalty. And his loyalty as well to death, because he speaks well of him. Even though there's this rift, he steps to the side and says, Luffy will never give up on you. Sanji defeats the weird Ramen noodle guy. Okay? He's nice, but he's in hands just because he's in the kitchen. So we make an exception here. It's a culinary battle of sorts. That is a cool moment. Zoro has a bunch of train cars and also defeats Captain T-Bone. Captain T-Bone is one of those, he's working for, the side of the government. He's not evil. He's actually a pretty, he's actually a pretty noble guy. He seems like a genuine, decent person. But he was defeated by Zoro in that moment. And of course, Frankie does his part too, defeating the Weasel guy. So everybody's working together. It's really good to stay up against the overpowered CP9, and ultimately their utilitarian strongman argument here wins the day. We can sacrifice one for the good of the many. And we know who needs to go. We know. because we're in charge. We know who needs to go. And we have the power to do it. And they do need to do it. And have the power. Even Usopp's spirit and running away with Robin and Joe. Instant run away. Don't get angry sometimes. It's really good. We also have plenty of noble sacrifice. Even these things are happening. This is really good. This is a kind of an Empire Strikes Back moment here in this arc. I can't wait to get to Return of the Jedi. Hopefully, in the next arc, in the Enies Lobby and post Enies Lobby arc. Hoping, but we shall see. But I thought that was really effective. And the important thing is that this is still because the Straw Hats are coming together. We still have faith. They still have faith. Despite his fight with Luffy, Usopp tells Robin to have faith in their beloved leader. This sliver of hope is going up against the power of the world government. The relentless belief of the world government they are right on the side of justice. And their confidence that they can manipulate Robin to the power of her power. This is what we want. And Robin will sacrifice herself in order to save the others. So this is a really powerful moment here at the end of this arc. And we are headed towards Enies Lobby, which is called the Nightless Island. But I do think that it promises, in spite of being called the Nightless Island, to be a place of nightmares. We shall see. I do hope and I do believe, though, that the Straw Hats will find not only the will but the ability to overcome all this. Somehow, they are up against the impossible here. But we shall see what happens. I've gone on so long with this that I'm so much glad at this moment that I can put this into video show. We'll be lifting up some time here of the Water 7 Saga with much anticipation, some dread, hope as well. And that is it for now. Until next time. I want to live. 4 words that for me sum up the spirit of One Piece beautifully. 4 words that affirm how in the company of our and in pursuit of our dreams, life has. 4 words in defiance of those who, in their fear and their greed for power, often disguised by words like justice and the greater good, would take meaning away from others. These 4 words are words of courage, love, and affirmation. They insist, despite loss and sorrow, on the beauty and the wonder of life. They give voice to the eternal yes that underlies existence. I want to laugh, I want to cry, I want to live. Me too. Me too. Let's talk about the Enies Lobby and post-Enies Lobby arcs of the Water 7 Saga. Let's talk about One Piece. On the way to Enies Lobby, Frankie and Robin are still captive, and Frankie's joy and defiance are still evident. He is such a beloved character for me because of this saga. I really enjoyed Frankie a lot. And I really love his affirmation to Robin when he simply tells her existing is not a crime. What a moment. And of course, we proceed to Enies Lobby, which is formidable and bizarre, a product of Oda's fertile imagination. It is ringed with peril. And it is also, of course, where the world government asserts its right to dispense justice, an important symbol of power to bring about the consent of people around the world. And we also here meet the rest of CP9. And we see the colorful alliance of the Straw Hats, the Frankie family, and the Daddy Law crew. And there is, of course, Sniper King there with his cape, his heroic cape, and everyone except for Luffy and Chopper, it seems, and of course many of us fans as well, realize that Sniper King is actually up, but Luffy is such a lovable idiot, and maybe he is not very perceptive sometimes in ways that are conventional, but he is still very perceptive and brilliant in other ways, in that he asserts in an almost pathetic way in this moment that Robin doesn't want to die. And true to form, he ignores the plan and just leaves out ahead of everyone to find and protect his beloved friend. And here we see the loyalty of Luffy and the Straw Hats once again. Now, I'm not going to go into a whole lot of detail about all the fight scenes and everything, but it is, of course, crazy, over the top, delightful, hysterical, chaotic, and of course there are incredible odds facing our friends. You have giants, you have a devoted frog, you have new devil fruits, and so much more in all this epic action, and it all takes place with Oda's wonderful imagination. Amidst it all, of course, you have spandums, or as I like to call them, spandex, because spandex is really not my style. You have his continual assertion that in perpetrating violence and oppression, in other words, sacrifices, as he calls them, he is working for justice and peace, and how 1984 can you get? You also have Ryuji's insistence that murder is justified. And you have the symbolism of the three-headed Baskerville, the Chief Justice of Eni's lobby. And this, of course, I feel has to be a nod to Monty Python, going to watch Monty Python and the Holy Grail, where there is a three-headed giant, which is just absurd and silly, but I think the symbolism that Oda brings to this is just brilliant. You have an assertion of just how contradictory and whimsical and inconsistent and self-serving justice can be in the world. And it turns out, in the end, to be a sham, that this three-headed giant is not what it seems, that it's actually three individuals playing at being a chief justice. When you sort of have the curtain removed, almost like in the Wizard of Oz, the curtain removed and then you see how things are really working behind the scenes, you realize this is a sham. So that's a really powerful moment here. I think that Oda is just brilliantly leading into this statement, his exploration of justice and where it comes from and its consequences in the world. And you have this beautiful, determined alliance to save Robin. I just love every moment of it. And amidst it, we continuously see the impossible, which Oda often symbolizes with flying. Even a sea train can fly. I think you've got it all right there. You've got a train that runs on the sea and it's flying. Just brilliant. But there is this refusal to give up. The will to keep on fighting, to keep on living to the end. Even when everything seems hopeless. This is the beauty of One Piece. It's not just about the power that the friends use to defy the villains here. It's also about the forms of bonds. It's about all kinds of touches here and there of cleverness as well. Such as the moment when Usopp wins over the giants and brings them over to their side. There are just so many heroic moments in all of this. While also great new insights into some of the beloved characters. Such as Zoro demon summoning with his sword, the Asura that is invoked. The Asura figures in opposition to David in the Pantheon. And you also see Luffy with his new gears. He risks everything to save his friends. And I think that's a cool thing that we're seeing here, the development of these new powers, that they dig deeper and deeper within themselves to call these forth. There's also a danger. There's a danger in just tapping into so much power. And it's a little bit ominous, I think, perhaps a bit of the foreshadowing of something that may be coming in the future in One Piece. As our friends tap more and more into their powers, there may be consequences that are not so welcome. And a lot of this reaching for more power is often accompanied by some delightful comedy, such as the moment when Frankie expands his butt in order to help Robin. One Piece definitely leaves you laughing and crying simultaneously. But the pathos of Robin, wanting to die and to spare his friends, but also it's coming from her despair. The despair of her life, which I'm going to talk to you a little more detail later, but this despair is contrasted with Luffy's nose-picking reaction and his stubborn refusal to abandon her, telling her he's going to save her now And she can die later if she wants to. Well, he is a true nakama. And the Straw Hats all line up to let Robin know that they are there for her in such a beautiful way. I did a lot of laughter and crying while reading this. There's so many good highlights that I think shout out. But Robin's anguish is given full expression through her flashback when we learn about the tragedy of her youth, the loss of Ohara, and the use of weapons such as the thruster, all by the powerful, to annihilate entire populations, erasing the humanity of such people by reducing them to others, to abstraction on a map. The cowardice and heinousness of slaughtering people from afar with overpowered weapons. That's what we see here. Relying the loud pains of those who that they are ruthless in the name of justice, peace. We see the loneliness of Robin's youth, but also where she derives her passion for knowledge, her ideal, her belief that known path is crucial to making the present and the future better. Those on the path have a message for us, a warning to youth, and this is symbolized beautifully by the poneglyph. And we see Oda's brilliant symbolism again. The place where the scholars gather on Ohara in pursuit of truth is the tree of knowledge. This, of course, has a very biblical resonance, and those like Professor Clover, Robin's mother, Olvia,
Ha muerto un aliado. marcha del enemigo. Se acabó. Aniquilados. Tu equipo ha destruido una torreta. Tu equipo ha destruido un inhibidor. Hay vida en la tierra.
No, bueno, me da cabeza.